Trying to do this with one hand. Blackberry ready. Blackberry ready. These are ready for eating or canning. But what I'm going to do with those is I collect them and freeze them until I have a couple cups. Then I make jams and syrups. Here's the thing. You do not have to experience pain with berries. These are thornless blackberries. And look how large they are. Thornless blackberries. You do not have to have pain to have a gain. Pain is not necessary in the process for a gain when it comes to berries. They make thornless varieties. This variety we have had for 3 years, I believe, and every year we get at least 4 to 5 cups worth, which is plenty for us. We're not a farm that sells to people, so that is plenty. Thornless blackberries. Don't let them tell you no pain, no gain. Because we have wild blackberries as well that my husband is so excited about, but they're really small. They're about like this size, and there's pickers everywhere. And I'm not about pain. I don't want to grow things that hurt me. So thornless blackberries that are like a chef variety are the way that I go. Oops, some are just still halfway. Thornless blackberries. You do not have to have pain to have some gain. Thornless blackberries. And do you see how they usually ripen like right at the end first? Kind of like tomatoes do. They ripen at the tips, and then they move along. Thornless blackberries. But the birds also love these, so I keep them covered. Protect what you value. So if you don't care if the birds get them, don't worry about it. But if you want some of them yourself, protect them, cover them. That's about halfway, and that's okay. It might be, those berries might be a little bit tart, but the sweetness of sugar or whatever sweetener I'm going to put in is going to make up for it when I make syrups and jams. And I don't know, if you didn't know, there's a difference between jam and jelly. Jam actually has some of the fruit fibers still in it, and jelly is usually strained of the fruit fibers. So if there's seeds, they strain those seeds out. See, again, they're like on the tips. So one will start, and then you know all the others are getting ready to go. All those are just red. They're not ready yet because these are blackberries, thornless blackberries. There's some over here as well. I saw them. I covered them the other day. Thornless blackberries. Oh, there's a whole bunch in here. 1 and 2, 3. Now, birds that really, 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 really love blackberries are orioles. So I do leave some for them. But if I did not cover this, they would take all of them. They're little hogs. That way. So I'm going to take them. Again, some of them are not quite black yet. That's okay. Oh my gosh, there's like 3 right here. There you go. Oh, 4. Look at that. And there's one up here. Thornless blackberries. They do not have to hurt when you pick them. There's no reason. So if you have wild blackberries, that's awesome. Good for you. I prefer to grow nothing that hurts me. I found out that my lemon tree, ouch, my lemon tree has pokers. I don't like that one. I'm going to throw that to the birds. It has pokers. It has spikes like a rose. So that's no good. I'll still get the lemons, but it's going to be harder to get them. And I might not have gotten it if I knew. I probably would have got it anyway. So those were the thornless blackberries that are ready right now. Covered up again, or they're going to be gone. They'll be disappeared. Oh, but, and I've got, what, at least a cup worth? It's a pretty good size amount. I'm going to freeze these until I get a lot more. And then when I have a couple cups, then I can make syrups or jellies or jams. So you do not have to have pain to have blackberries. Get the thornless variety. This is also like a smaller variety, but it is very, very vigorous. So I have canes growing this way and over there and over here. I can transplant them if I wanted to. And when it's warm, you're supposed to cut them back. You're supposed to cut them to about 3 to 4 feet when they're the new shoots that don't have the flowers. So like those are new shoots, and those are already just a little bit, they're short. I'm not going to cut them. But they should only be 3 to 4 feet. That one I cut. That one I cut. That one I cut. And what'll happen when you cut it is it'll start getting these little side branches, side shoots. And then they'll grow more and more and more and more. And I eventually want this whole thing to be just berries. And originally it was for the birds, but because we get so many, I'm taking some. Now, also, don't believe no pain, no gain. Because for osteoarthritis, if you have osteoarthritis, you're supposed to eat brightly colored foods like blueberries. So these are going to become, I'm eating them as I'm going, my pain prevention pills. This is also a thornless, I don't even know if blueberries have thorns. There's no thorns on this one. This is a small variety, it's called a patio variety. And you can even grow them in containers. And they only get, that's about 2 feet tall. But they're prolific. There are so many berries on here. And today I'm going to eat every blue one that I see. Every one that's right. As a pain prevention. Because I found out I have osteoarthritis, particularly in my thumb. And eating bright colored fruit and bright colored vegetables is supposed to help. So, you know it. Now, will it change the other end? Probably. And these also tend to ripen like right at the end of a cluster. So when you see that start to happen, if you want to keep them for yourself, cover them. Like I've done this here. You can use I would use bug netting or, I lost one. Bug netting or netting that's actually made for orchards. I don't use bird netting anymore. I did use bird netting 1 year. And I was very, very, very sad. Because a goldfinch, when I went to take the bug netting off, I think I left it over a season. It's like I didn't take it off right away. And a goldfinch had gotten stuck in the bird netting. and died and desiccated. I was mortified because I love birds and I love to attract them to the yard and not to kill them. So I do not ever use bird netting again for bushes like this. Never, ever, ever. I will always try to use bug netting or like this special orchard netting that's got like a tie in the bottom for tightening. All right. So no, you do not have to have pain when picking your berries. Get the thornless varieties. They produce just as nicely as the other ones, sometimes larger than like the wild ones. And do cover them to keep them from birds. And then eat brightly colored fruit to reduce the pain of osteoarthritis. That's all I got. Bye.